Hey everyone, I'm Cameron Robertson. Thank you for joining us today to talk about our new case management tool. Michael and I are going to be showcasing this new tool to you that's going to basically eliminate the need of having an outside management tool for your staff's emails, phone calls, and things of that nature. Rather than having to pay for a secondary piece of software, you're going to be able to bring all of that management directly into the interface of our application. And today, Michael's going to show that off to you. So Michael will be joining us.
Hey guys, Mike Sternberg over here, Director of Sales at 3PL Systems. As Cameron mentioned, going to give you guys a sneak peek at a new development called the Case Management Tool. The words I like to use, it's kind of a built-in ticketing system. So Cameron, is my screen showing okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So let's just go ahead and hop into this. And I'll go ahead and log in here. And the first thing that I will do is I will show you guys how to configure email address signatures for the individuals that are going to be using this tool. So let me go in here into my case management login, and you'll see here that I've built a signature, a real simple one, just says best Michael Sternberg. But this will work the same as setting up an email signature in Outlook, Gmail, Hotmail, if anyone still uses that. But real simple, can set up email signatures in the system. Now, what happens is with that, you go under customers here into case management. And the first piece of this is actually setting up case origins. Now, the way to think about this is not using this for personal emails, but using this for group emails. Things like support@xyzbrokerage.com, accounting@xyzbrokerage.com, sales@xyzbrokerage.com. What you see here is we've set up an initial origin name that's tied to just a test email. We're calling it Mickey at 3PL Systems. What this would be, again, just assume this is a group email. And inside of the system, you can actually assign users that will be tied to this case origin. So if an email comes into Mickey, then the user's case management, dev tester, external testing user, and Horace in this case would see those cases pop up. So what I mean by that is if I go into the case management and I go into my ticket list here, let me reload this, go into my ticket list here, you'll see all of these tickets either came into that email Mickey or they were created manually. So this one, for example, was a ticket that came in from Jack at 3PL Systems, had sent an email in to that Mickey email. And because I'm an assigned user for that origin email, this ticket then popped up for me. You can assign who owns this case. So you can actually say, hey, I want this to be under Mike Wazowski's responsibility, or I want this to go to my test sales individual user. You'll also see the date that this was assigned, who opened it, and when they opened it. You can then assign this to a load number. So if this is for a specific load in the system, I can put that in. That will also assign the customer name that is associated with that load number. And you can also update statuses. So things like this is a new ticket, I'm waiting on an email, this is in progress, or I've resolved this ticket. You also have reason codes. So I can say, hey, this is someone looking for a claim, or they're making a dispute, or it's a quoting email, or what have you. So you can kind of identify what you're using each of these things for. Now, the last piece over here before I go to the bottom of this ticket would be the priority. And this is pretty straightforward. Is this a normal ticket? Do I need to pay attention to this and make it a trace priority? Or is this of the utmost priority and it's hot? So what you'll see here, if I scroll down, you will see where this case got created. So I can actually see this one was manually created. Let me go into a different one where I can show you that it came in via email. So here, let's go into this one. So you'll see that this was an inbound email from Jack right here. This was the email that came in. Obviously, this says, hello, this is a test. And then Greg Gates responded. Greg Gates responded again. I responded under case management. So you can see the full breadcrumbs trail of all of the communication that's going on to manage this ticket. If I want to see just emails, I can do that. If I want to see status changes, I can do that. And if there's any internal comments, I want to, say something in here like working on this right now. I'll get back to the customer later today and just make sure that my managers can see that. I can do that as well. What I'll show you is if I go down to, let's say this email right here, and I want to say reply all, you'll see it puts in my email signature as we set up at the beginning of this demo, and I can start responding to this ticket directly from the system, and I'll respond back to Jack, who was the one who originally put in this ticket. So pretty powerful to be able to manage this directly in the environment, again, without having to go into your external email, being able to have the email signatures, being able to tie this to specific loads, being able to escalate tickets, being able to have reason codes, change statuses, change priorities, all of these things that really just allow our users to stay inside of the system. So the other thing that I want to show here is this filter over here to the left. What this does for me is this will allow me to say, hey, are there any open cases that I'm working on that are assigned to me? Let me just see those. And then let me see anything that's been escalated to me. I can see this and I can work on this escalated case. And if there's anything that was assigned to me that got resolved, I can see that as well. The benefit here being obviously pretty straightforward. Filtering by different statuses of cases, what I'm responsible for, what's been escalated to me, and what's resolved. If I look over here, again, this is just a full list of the tickets that are based on an initial origin that I have responsibility for. And it gives me just the ability to kind of work through these and manage these, what I'll call tickets in live time, and respond to them from a group email and or from my email with the built-in signature. So I think that's a good sneak peek of what we're doing here. Cameron, did you want to add a little bit around maybe what our future plans are for this? And I know this is phase one and what we're planning on doing to expand upon this.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our initial phase of the project. You can integrate as many inbound emails as you like. So like Mike said earlier in the call, you can have an accounting email, operations inbox, support inbox, and each one of those can be assigned to a specific group of users that help manage your customer base. And then from a manager or admin level, you're able to actually manage all of the cases to make sure that your team is doing what is needed. The second phase of this project is integrating OCR directly into the interface. So in the event you want to create loads directly out of the emails that are coming in, you'll have a one-click button that will help you do that. You'll be able to upload documents directly out of the cases. So if a case gets submitted, you're able to actually just take that document from that case and tie it to the load, the carrier profile, customer profile, without ever leaving our environment. So there's a lot of really unique, powerful features that are coming down the pipeline for us around this. And again, one of our philosophies as a company, especially going into the future, is we are trying to provide our users with a single interface to manage their entire business without ever having to leave the environment. Jeremy asked, what is considered a case? A case can be considered almost anything that your team deals with. It could be a quote request. It could be an accounting issue. It could be follow-up on tracking updates. All of these different things are available to you directly in that interface within case management.
Looks like Aaron wanted us to show how to create a manual ticket here as well. Let me go ahead and do that for him. So just the way that these tickets look, Aaron, where it comes in and it gets created manually, if I were to create one manually, it's the same fields that you see here. This got created by an email that came into an origin. It's the same fields, and I can put in who sent this, did it come from an email, and I have an origin. I can say maybe it's even a phone call, or someone commented on a LinkedIn post, or someone emailed in what the subject is. Same things with the statuses and the reasons and the breadcrumb trails and the internal comments and the emails, and all of that remains the same as the tickets that are created via email. So that's not much different. We wanted to make that kind of a seamless, regardless of how this ticket came in, it's gonna look and feel the same. Something else I wanted to mention being a sales professional myself, there are future plans for us to allow this to apply to prospective customers, not just current customers in your system. So really expanding this out into almost being like a CRM type replacement where I can manage my prospecting emails. And as long as I have these people added into a prospect list with an email that's registered, then obviously that will pull into the system. Anyone who's in sales knows how this works with CRM. So a lot of fun things that we can do with this build out. Again, first phase just for current customers and managing those cases, but being able to expand this to prospective customers and use it in a sales capacity is something that selfishly I'm excited about because I'm in sales, obviously. So
yeah, I think it's important to say 3PL Systems inside of Brokerware already has a CRM, but we want to take that CRM to the next level. So that is case management, what we showed today. Editing that and changing it slightly to actually work with your CRM that we already have built inside of our environment is also on our roadmap. So again, at the end of the day, we don't want you to have to utilize Salesforce. We don't want you to have to utilize Zendesk. We want you to have a single interface where you can manage all of it, where you're not having to pay all these extra subscriptions in order to just run your business. I feel my philosophy as the CEO of our company is that we need to be able to provide our users with a single platform that manages your organization. We as a company are a key piece of any of our brokers' environments, and we want to continue to provide that value in a way that we're not only improving on their efficiency and the effectiveness of how they utilize a TMS, but at the same time eliminating these outside systems that you really shouldn't have to be using in the first place if you're utilizing a truly robust TMS.
Absolutely. So, Aaron, thanks for your question. Does email traffic within the system somehow get tied into Outlook for history? The short answer is yes. It's integrating directly with,
with the caveat. So there is already plans when you integrate an email that we're not going to pull in historical data from your email address. It's only going to be new data going forward. But as of today, if you integrate this platform in your organization, as it stands, it will bring in all the historical records from that email directly into the interface. And when we say all those historical records, anything that was left in that inbox will be pulled directly into our interface. And that is why we do not recommend personal email on this. We only recommend group emails. And at the end of the day, the group emails is really where we can truly be of value, is helping you manage that directly in the interface and auditing all of that in a single location.
Yeah. So for example, just on that point, Cam, so like we have a support at 3PL Systems email, right? But when that comes into Zendesk through the support email, it goes to each individual user. So our whole team gets to touch it and we're able to respond to our customers a lot faster. Same concept at play here, right? Let's say you and I are working on the support team and I get a personal email, but I'm out for the day or I'm working on something else. Well, if it goes into a shared inbox and we're assigned case owners or we're assigned to that case origin inside of the system, well, you're going to be able to see that and help me out because I'm doing something else or I'm out sick for the day or whatever. So to your point, filtering in through one group email, tying it to multiple end users inside of the system is far and away the most efficient way to use this. Not to mention the amount of personal emails that you get that might not be relevant to a case in the system, right? And not having to filter through a bunch of frankly irrelevant emails that I just don't want to see inside of the interface, right?
Yep. So separate from that, we're really excited about this development. It is available to our users today. You can go in, you can actually enable it. You can turn it on with utilizing your Outlook Office 365 environment. It does utilize the same sending functionality as you would directly through your own Office Outlook. It's not utilizing our environments to do that. So it is going through the secure environment of Microsoft, which, furthermore, we're being fully integrated with Microsoft and single sign-on and all that other stuff. It's just a better security for you and your team. So you can utilize it with confidence. Separate from that, Michael, is there anything else you want to add to this?
Not really. This is a tool that, we've been talking about for a little bit internally, and seeing this come to fruition is exciting. I could probably say with confidence that at least 75% of our client base is utilizing some sort of ticketing system, and really being able to come to the table and tell people, hey, look, we can replace that for you. You have it here inside of your TMS. You can, over time do away with your current ticketing system and let us power that for you. I just think it's an incredible value add, and I'm excited to bring that to our customers, and then obviously, future clients at 3PL Systems. I think it'll be appealing to. So that's about it, though. If anyone else, like you said, Cam, anyone who's listening, who's a client, reach out to our support team. We can help you guys set this up. It is live today. Obviously, plans to expand it as we talked about, but that's about it. And I guess thank you guys for joining. Cam, you want to talk a little bit about, before we go, what our plans are for maybe making this more of an ongoing thing in the future?
Yeah, so Michael and I will be hosting events like this or live feeds like this on a go-forward basis to highlight functionality within our application, to talk about just industry knowledge, specifically around technology and how you can better apply it within your organizations, and highly focused on TMS and the partners of a strong TMS, such as Parade AI, Cargo Chief, HubTech, you name it. A lot of these big names in our industry, we integrate with a lot of these guys. And so we want to highlight how you can truly find value of utilizing all of these different technologies in one single powerful TMS. So going forward, you can expect Michael and I to be hosting a lot more live events and to really talk about, again, how can I apply my technology to be the most beneficial for me and my company? What we have found in not only our organization, but pretty much any TMS provider out there, a lot of companies only utilize a small percentage of the software they have today. We want to bring light to that, and we want to actually teach our industry how can you better utilize the software that you have in place today, whether that be brokerware, whether that be our competitors, whoever that may be. It's just going to give you the knowledge that you need in order to ask the right questions and to know what's really available out there. So that's pretty much it from my side.
Yeah, absolutely. Last thing before we end the stream, Aaron, just reach out to our support team, and they'll help you walk through the steps on how to set this up. I don't want to turn this into like a technical in configuration type of call. So yeah, Aaron, we appreciate you joining, though. Thanks for hopping on and viewing the live. Just reach out to the support team. They'll take care of you. So that's it.
Awesome, guys. Well, we thank everyone, whoever showed today, for your time, and we're looking forward to talking to you in the future. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.